What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Predator DLC. So we got the announcement, and honestly, I have a lot of really positive things to say. This is definitely a more upbeat video. I know I told you guys I wanted to do some kind of different video, and I actually will be doing that very soon. But for now, we have a big news update that I want to talk about for you guys really quickly, and this does, I think, really tie in nicely. So we have a Discord server. I know I've talked about it before. We have the different categories for what system or what console you're playing on. If you guys haven't yet joined, it's in the description below. We have a lot of people there. You can set up game nights with people, to be able to play Predator, and really, obviously, Beyond Predator as well. So again, if you have not checked that out, it'll be in the description below. So let's get into this. This is really, honestly, this is really good. I did not expect the free update to be what it was. I mean, there's just flat out, we were all right in terms of they were going to give us a Predator for the, the paid DLC, but this is very different. The Samurai Predator, I mean, he looks awesome. Okay, the Predator looks insanely awesome. I mean, there's actually not a lot of words I can use. I really want to play as the Samurai Predator. I think more, and again, I think with the paid DLC, okay, you obviously have to make it worth it, okay? I thought, again, Arnold, we've talked about my impressions of it, how I'm not very happy with the price point, all that stuff. I think when you add a Predator, there is going to be more excitement just in general. Obviously, probably because the Predator is the name of the game, okay? Predator is the more exciting of the two sides, I think, to play as, and actually he kind of dictates the game itself, even if you're the fire team, right? So the fact that we're getting a Predator was always going to be exciting, but the fact that it's a Samurai, I think, honestly, because a lot of us thought it wasn't going, like, we all thought it was going to be that Alpha class, right? The fact that it's not is actually a surprise in a good way, where it's like, wow, nobody saw this coming, and in that way, that's fantastic. So again, is it going to be a little overpriced? Am I going to be willing to pay $7 for it? I mean, I will. Is it going to be worth it? Maybe not, but that's the paid, okay? And I think, by the way, so again, to kind of get this out there in terms of talking about the DLC before we get it, which, by the way, is June 30th, so last day of June. They couldn't have waited any longer to do it, right? But June 30th, we'll be able to play as the Samurai Predator. I really like that. Again, we'll do videos and I'll talk about it when we actually get to play it. But besides that, the free update, and besides actually, like, they did a patch as well, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So they increased the level cap. This is something that people have been asking for an extremely long time. And I don't want to say that, they're ones that kind of just don't listen and don't do things that we want. But I mean, we have been asking for a lot of different things that we so far have not yet gotten. But they, I think, really took it seriously this month. Now, I don't know why in God's name they didn't lead with this, because again, if we're really going to take a step back, if you want to hear my honest opinions, which I know some people don't like how I've talked about this game, some people still really stand by me, and I appreciate anybody that watches, and obviously I appreciate even more people that side with me. This month absolutely should have been last month. I don't know why you led with what they did. It just looked, I think it still looked bad, all that kind of stuff. This month is just so much better. Now, again, a lot of stuff comes in patch notes, and maybe you couldn't do things like that, but obviously we'll be able to get the guns now. We'll be able to level up to 150, and with that, we're going to be able to unlock a whole bunch of new stuff. Actually, again, another Predator class. That is the biggest surprise, and that literally everybody, listen, that's exactly what I was saying for these past couple weeks. That's what you do. You throw in these things that maybe you don't even expect. They're kind of small, but they make a big difference. I really do. I love it. There's all this, obviously there's a lot more cosmetics that they're going to be given to us. You're going to be able to find things in the map now, in like the field lockers that you'll be able to unlock. That's really cool. But again, just increasing the level cap and now giving us, now obviously, yes, you unlocked things as you got to level 100, okay? And obviously you unlocked some pretty cool things when you got to level 100, but after that, obviously, you were pretty much done. I got comments time and time again saying, like, from people saying, hey, I've reached level 100, like, the game's over for me. There's nothing to do. Getting it to 150, and besides that, really giving us a ton of stuff to do once we get to 150 is absolutely incredible. But giving us that Predator at 150 is incredible. Imagine when you're playing, like, I don't know how long it's going to take, because obviously it takes quite a while to level up when you get higher up there. But, if you just constantly play as the Predator, you can level up pretty quickly. I wonder, like, how many days are we going to have to give it? 3-4 days before we start seeing getting that brand new class, right? That's going to be really, really fun to play against. But again, God, this is exactly what you do. This adds I really do believe this. This adds so much more value. They gave us basically 2 Predators in 1 month, okay? You get it with the free patch, with the free, kind of placing it under the free update. Technically, you're not doing that because it's technically the patch. But this is exactly what you do because people are going to start playing this a lot. Let me tell you what's going to happen. And this is exactly what, again, this is why they needed to do something like this. People are going to jump into this game again. Absolutely they will, because they'll want to get to 150, because when you increase a level, obviously the desire to be the highest level is going to come back again. People that reach level 100 and then have stopped playing for the last 2-3 weeks, now they have to get back in because now they're not the highest level anymore. You know what I mean? So again, that's very, very good. You're going to be getting more weapons. Even if you didn't get, so people that bought Dutch, we got those weapons, but now you're going to be able to get them for free. But I believe you have to unlock them. You don't just get them for free. So you have to level up. You have to go back to playing this game. And again, now there's all this new customizable stuff that we have not yet seen before, right? So many new things being added. And then when you get to level 150, you get a brand new Predator. On top of that, you get another brand new Predator. Yes, you have to pay for it, but on June 30th. So again, this is definitely going in the right direction. If you look at it actually in this way, it feels like they're actually making it bigger, which is a good, like, if I'm trying to read into this, which I do, I try and read into a lot of things, it kind of feels like they're trying to make it a lot bigger. Now, were they kind of pushed into doing this because maybe they didn't think that people would finish it as quickly as they did, or they thought they just had more content in this game than they ultimately had? Maybe, but ultimately, because it is weird that the second month is just so much bigger. Again, it's an update that brings in this Predator class. It's technically not the free DLC. I think the free DLC is technically the weapons and stuff. But you still have all of this in month 2 of your DLC, and then at the end you have another Predator. So I think a lot of people are going to jump back into this. Is this going to get brand new people to jump in? No, absolutely not. But I think even like me, right? We want new gear, we want new perks, we want new maps. That's basically my slogan for Predator over the last month. But even with that, this is still definitely content. And when you talk about Dutch, and I stand by what I said with Dutch. When you talk about Dutch and what I said, remember I said it kind of fixes the injury a little bit, but it doesn't address like the main injury. Like, it's going to provide something, but it actually doesn't provide the thing that we want. The Predator and increasing the level, I think, is a lot bigger than Dutch, right? I think it addresses a lot of different injuries that this game has. Maybe, again, not the main one, which I still think is maps, objectives. I know people want like a single player and offline. There's some really big things that, again, it's a coin flip if we're ever going to actually get those things. There are some major problems with this game, but the smaller things, I think this fixes a lot of them. And this really, I think, literally 50 times more than Dutch. I think this pumps in a lot more into this game. Now, again, I'm recording this right after this blog came out. I know you guys are seeing this later in the day. That's just so you can get notifications. I don't know, so they're classes. This Predator, this 150 level Predator, it's a new class. So I don't know if it's going to come with like a new weapon, if it's going to, I assume the stats are going to be different from the other ones because it is a brand new class, so it's going to be different. I assume the Samurai is going to have a different weapon. In the picture, it's holding a sword, so I wonder if a sword, I would assume the sword is going to be like a brand new weapon, right? So that's good. Even if we don't get a new weapon with this level 150 Predator, which I guess I could just download the game to find out, but if you guys can let me know instead, I would really appreciate that. It's been a very busy couple days, at my place. Still, with or without the weapon, honestly, with or without it, it's still, I think, amazing value because you're going to go up against a different Predator. Honestly, because when you're playing this game, skilled players, I would say, or players that are taking it a little bit more seriously, you do change your play style depending on the Predator, okay? So if you see a Berserker, you're not going to handle a Berserker the same way you're going to handle other classes, all right? So when you introduce a brand new class, firstly, it's just cool to face off against them, and that value is something. Like, it maybe isn't the biggest thing in the world, but it's definitely something that is going to get people to come back into it. But again, also, it's going to change the play style, especially if you add new weapons. Now, again, if you don't add a new weapon, the play style still will change come end of June. That's the biggest thing. Remember, that's what I talked about with giving us a Predator class in general, and if you add weapons, is that does kind of shake up, just like a new map. A new map would do the exact, a new map would actually be insane, right? Because that really shakes up how we play this game. Fighting a samurai predator, you're not going to approach it the same way as you approach a different predator. You know what I mean? So that is really, that's a lot. That's big. That's big. This month, I really did not expect at all. You know, waking up today, if you guys are only in the Predator, I get that, and that's awesome. But at the same time, you know, obviously PS5 reveal event yesterday, The Last of Us 2 review scores came out today. I was expecting to wake up, see The Last of Us 2 review scores. That would be the big video of the day, and then I would kind of cover anything else. I did not expect to wake up and firstly, when I went on Twitter, see the post on the PlayStation blog that there's a new Predator update. I did not expect to wake up to that. That's very, honestly, that was really good. And again, this month, really, without having played, you know, obviously all of it so far, because we haven't gotten the Predator, obviously, still, this is so much better than last month. This is definitely, for us worried, which obviously I've been like a pioneer or like a leader in terms of the people that are worried about this game. This actually, even for myself, if you guys follow, you know, if you guys, you know, go off of what I say, this is a very good step in the right direction. So I think this, honestly, to me, this gives me more confidence that maybe they can handle the future. Maybe July is perks and gears. I really think that could lead up to it. Really, from what they've given us in terms of stuff, if they increase the level cap again in a few months, I could see them giving us more gear, more perks with that. I actually don't see why you wouldn't do that. So that's a very, very, I think I have a lot more confidence in them going forward. All we need now, again, those maps, objectives, offline mode. There are still some really big things, but this is definitely going in the right direction. So guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? You excited? Did you guys expect something like this for the June DLC, even for this free update, you know, this patch? Did you see this coming? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And I'm going to try and get to level 150. I'm going to try and get that Predator, and then maybe I can make a video on the Predator as well once I get to him. We'll also talk about the Samurai Predator when that comes out as well. Okay, so more Predator videos definitely coming. Also mixing in a lot of different Predator videos. I still definitely want to do different Predator videos. So let me know if you guys want to see anything specific, and I will see you guys on the next video.